Hey all, this is Papaya with Papaya Pythons, here to share with you the results from one of our clutches this year. So you can see that one of the babies has pipped, so it made slices in the egg itself with its egg tooth and has come out to breathe the air and see what's out here. It looks from this peripheral view that this guy's just a wild type. This was a possible het-clown to a clown female. So everybody is at least 100% het-clown, and the male, I should have mentioned, was a pied, so they're also 100% het-pied at the very least. But we were kind of hoping to prove the male as a het-clown. But only 2 eggs, you take what you can get. So anyway, we're going to show you guys how to cut eggs, because we're going to go ahead and cut the second one and take a look. So the first thing that we do with an egg that's this plump is pick it up and hold it in our hand, because then we can feel what the hatchling is doing and we can tell where that hatchling is and whether or not we're near it. So then we make a little pinch at the top of the egg and just make the tiniest slit possible right there. And I don't know if you can even see that on the camera, maybe if I brush away some of the dirt, that there's just this little tiny V-shaped cut that I just made, which of course now, there we go, I can't show you. So this tiny cut, make sure that you won't sever any of the veins that are still in that egg, that are still very much alive and pumping blood. And the next step is to take your very sharp dissecting scissors and run them on the very top part of the shell. So the more you can run them on the top, the better you're going to separate the membrane, which is already starting to separate to give the babies a chance to hatch, from the actual shell itself. And then you can make additional cuts as you separate. And see the albumin coming out? That's fine, but see how it's clear? It doesn't have any blood in it. That means we're not severing any veins. That's our goal. Nice and gentle. Slide and then cut. And then we'll go the other direction a little bit to make ourselves a little kind of looky-loo hole. I hope that doesn't mean something dirty. Looking good so far. Alright. And you can see that just under the surface of that egg, just under the shell, there are veins. Or maybe you can't because it's backlit.
It's not showing up very well.
Okay. Well, you have to believe us. And so those veins, actually here, there's one that goes right between my thumb and the eggshell. It looks kind of gray because of the lighting. So that we would have cut definitely if we hadn't been using that sliding technique. And that's what we want to avoid. But also, that vein is tiny. And if we did cut it, it would be minimal blood loss before it clotted. And it probably wouldn't be that big a deal. So when you see people cutting them, it's actually not that big of a problem. It doesn't really pose that much of a threat to the babies. So don't freak out if you hit one. Just, you know, we prefer not to. So we're going to cut a little bit larger window to see what we can see in this guy or gal. I think it is also wild type, but we don't actually have the best light right now. Should have thought about that before we decided to cut. Alright, super sharp, slightly curved scissors are our favorites because they're very easy to slide up against that upper wall of the shell without severing the vein. Holding the baby so you know it's not going to suddenly move into where you're cutting. Very important. And gentle, always gentle, patient, ever patient. For more videos like this, follow us, Papaya Pythons. Thanks all!